जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। सर्वाकारं निराकारं
नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the participants, devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedar Kotari, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world, and Mahasadashiva Home graduates, Inner Awakening graduates. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. I just want to tell you guys that I had a very small minor surgery near the eyes, so as long as I am able to handle this heavy light, I will do the session. I didn't want to cancel the session. All of you are getting to see me only once a week. So I didn't want to cancel the session. So I'll do the session as long as I can handle this heavy lights heat. Doctors have advised not to have heavy lights. So I'll reduce the light also, and I'll sit and share what I wanted to share as long as I can handle the heavy lights. So today, these two important, powerful cognitions I wanted to share with you all. Understand? Power manifestation is not some silly magic. It is not some silly magic I am teaching. No. It is your consciousness having a breakthrough about its own existence, its space, its capacities and possibilities. I'll repeat, listen. How one of the greatest lies taught to human beings is inserted into your system through an atmosphere created around you. This psychology, that's one of the largest lie taught to you. This whole ideas, conscious, unconscious, subconscious, as per psychology, is completely bogus. And it has no foundation. It is just large material produced out of confusion. Actually, psychology is the reaction to the Western religions. A big chunk does not want to follow organized religion. So when they did not want to follow the organized religion, they do not want common mass to be under the influence of organized religion. They just want to build their own theories, answers for many questions. That reaction is psychology. Understand? This greatest lie is made as your cognition, your internal understanding about yourself, through large infrastructures called schools, colleges, universities, education institutions. Vedic psychology is the antidote for this large lie taught to you. Fundamentally, what this so-called psychology taught to you as you, how you exist, how you react and respond to fear, greed, life, everything, and how you are supposed to react and respond. Whole psychology is institutionalized exploitation. Vedic psychology is the breakthrough, superconscious breakthrough. How you perceive you and how you should be perceiving you. What should be your goal of existence? Some of the fundamental questions answered powerfully is powerful cognitions. Understand? Now I am repeating. Listen. Your fundamental questions getting answered powerfully by you is powerful cognitions. Every power manifestation adds to your superconsciousness, strengthens the way you exist, intensifies the existence. See, you exist as body, as mind, as social identity, as a seeker, in various levels at various times. You cannot be reduced to just your needs. Understand? The society is trying to reduce you as foodie, means FOODIE, and sexy, SEXIE, IIEE, whatever. Psychology does not look at you beyond the action and reaction of foodie and sexy. Over. It does not recognize your higher existence. Blessed are Hindus. We have tons and tons and tons of evidence about our higher existence. And listen carefully. Even even if somebody is not systematically educated in Hindu tradition, even if somebody has not studied formally, even if somebody has not gone through the regular Gurukul education, the Vatavarana created in our villages was such. And I tell you, I still remember 90% of the powerful cognitions I am talking to all of you from Upanishads and Agamas, I got it from my grandmother, grandfather, in my village temple, Shiva temple. People come every day, evening, and sit and discuss, share, talk. Just in that. Then I got only the Shastra references when I read the scriptures. I know Shastras support these thought currents when I read them, but first I heard them from my Vatavarana, from my ambience. Every village will have a Draupadi temple in India. Either Rama temple or Draupadi temple. Every village will have. Means every year Ramayana will be read or Mahabharata will be read. Understand, I have not seen a village in my wandering without a temple. Most popular temples are these two temples. Either Rama or Draupadi. That's it. Because Ramayana will be read or Mahabharata will be read or Bhagavad Katha, Krishna, I should add, Bhagavad Katha will be read. All these three, Ramayana or Mahabharata or Bhagavad Katha, makes all these great cognitions as your very cognition. Go on manifesting powerful cognitions about your existence in every aspect of your life. In every aspect of your life. I have always seen when you manifest certain powerful cognition, first time, second time, your body may resist. Third time, your body accepts that as a natural response. I'll give you one small example. When my gurus were training me for my Parivrajak Yatra, they will tell me to go around the Arunachala hill, like a training for walking, hours together. So there was a time, almost 25 days, every day thrice they will ask me to go around the hill, morning, noon and evening. And it is 14-kilometer walk. First 2 times no problem. Morning I will walk and noon also I will manage. By evening, when I start walking, I will feel when it is going to end. But one good thing I had in my life is tremendous trust on my gurus. If my gurus are doing something, it is always good for me. And that is one of the biggest boon I got from Mahadeva.